going to go get some reaction out of southern Lebanon. We can speak to our correspondent Zaina Khoda there. Zaina, it's interesting. We were talking about this statement from the Chief of Staff of the Al-Qassam Brigade, Mohammed Deif, who also went on to say that he essentially was making a call to arms from all armed groups to join in this fight against Israel. I just wonder what kind of response would there be from Lebanon to that?
Well, so far there hasn't been any response, but there is no doubt this is a significant statement, a call to arms to armed groups in Lebanon to join the fighting against Israel. It's really the first time we've heard such a direct and public call, even though it is an established fact that Hamas does cooperate with the armed groups based in Lebanon, among them the Palestinian Islamic Jihad or Lebanon's Hezbollah. All these armed groups are part of what they call the axis of resistance, groups that are allied with Iran. Now, an equation has already been established a while back, and that equation is the unifying of fronts. It is a message that has been given to Israel time and time again, that if you do launch any sort of an attack or war on one front, other fronts will open. Now, we have to wait to see whether or not this call to arms is being used as a form of pressure on the Israelis to warn them to stop the attacks against Gaza, or else expect a wider conflict, a war from more than one front. So far, no reaction from the groups that are in this country, as well as from the Lebanese authorities, because there are Lebanese political players in this country who will criticize this and say that they do not want the country to be drawn in any type of conflict.
Zaina, as you say, no official response, but if we are to hypothesize and other fronts do open up, how significant would that be? How much pressure would that put on Israel?
Well, no doubt it will be pressure on Israel, having to deal with fighters from more than one front, because Hezbollah is quite a powerful force. The last time Israel and Hezbollah went to war, that was in 2006. But since then, the group has developed its arsenal. It has long guided precision missiles that can hit the heart of Israeli cities. And it's not just that. Hezbollah has made clear time and time again the next war will not be fought in southern Lebanon, but the battlefield will be moved inside northern Israel. So, and they're implying that their fighters will cross into Israeli territory. But again, this is going to be a very decision for Hezbollah to make, because it will be costly. And at the same time, we've seen tensions heighten along the border in recent months. But both Israel and Hezbollah have been very, very careful in order for it not to spill into all-out conflict, that the flare-up will not lead to all-out conflict, that it will be confined and contained, and that both sides really have been sending political messages to each other. So we have to wait to see whether the call to arms this morning by Hamas is a political message, or whether or not it will develop and we will see rockets being fired from Lebanon into Israel.
Make sure to subscribe to a channel to the latest news from RDZ World News.